we know what's going on. This has become an evil cult. And I don't know if you're alive or dead, Kelsang Kyatso. I really, really appeal to you to stop these people from endangering themselves anymore with these dreadful protests, these dreadful negative thoughts, and for them to have some peace of mind, because it can only end in really sadness and tragedy for all parties concerned.
I was upset about that, so I tried to stand up for her and say, you can't do this to this person, this isn't compassion. I said, would Ava Lokatishvara do this to somebody? And they said, and I ended up having an argument with them about other things as well, that the woman that was in charge of the centre was bringing in changes, and when I questioned anything, I was always told, it's not for you to question anything, you must just do as you are told. This is coming from Geshe-la, it's Geshe-la's will. And I was like, well, how do I know that it's coming from Geshe-la? And even if it is coming from Geshe-la, it doesn't necessarily mean it's right. But I was told that you're not allowed to, have this kind of questioning negativity, they called it, that I was too negative. So I ended up having an argument with that woman who was the director of the centre, and she evicted me as well. So not only was this girl evicted, I was evicted, and I was one of the people that was set up the centre. I brought a lot of people in, and I was, one of the driving forces in the whole centre.
What happened is I found out that my various people in the group were doing things that were really, I thought, very unethical. So I talked about it with senior, not very senior, but fairly senior people in the group. And then I was asked to leave. I was evicted. I lived at the centre for quite a few years, 7-8 years. And I was told to leave immediately.
I can't tell you how amazing to be a nun to me was. It was so important to me. I just thought it would be so beautiful and the best thing that I could ever do. So I ordained in this stupid, appalling tradition, and found out later, like I said, that I wasn't even ordained, but I did it very sincerely. I never really ever got to see Geshe-la, and then when I finally did get to see him, he told me that he wasn't even my teacher. So I was ordained in a tradition where we had no real vows. He wasn't even my teacher. I couldn't understand why I was even there, really, because, how can you do that to somebody? Allow them to ordain and then tell them that you're not even responsible for them. Sorry. Anyway, so that's why I got involved. I felt like being a nun was one of the best things I could do for this crazy world and for me. And like I keep repeating, okay, we didn't have real vows. Gradually, when I got involved, there was no internet, so I couldn't check them out. I couldn't find out about the controversies behind everything. When I got involved, one of the main guys had been sleeping with nuns and doing really ridiculous things and power games, and he'd just been asked to leave, but no one told me that. And I didn't know anything about any of this seedy sort of backdrop to the whole thing, which later repeated itself with the Samden Gyatso. And there was another massive scandal where he was sleeping with nuns and passing out some kind of allegedly tantric tradition, which I never got involved in because it's not my thing. So really, I guess this is my pain, and this is, why I would like to do this video, because I can't really describe to you just how bad it is for your mind to be involved and meditate, get calm, trust, take all your whole heart and place it in this place where people actually don't care about you, where there's no duty of care towards you. There's just hundreds of people who've just been thrown out and left. I had serious post-traumatic stress disorder after I had to disrobe. I was never looked after. When I'd gone, no one cared about me. I was left to my family, and they obviously had no idea, being typical people, Western people. They didn't understand Buddhism.